Alright, this is gonna be the family drama. Even though I don't want to be dealing with family drama, but hey, I don't get to decide how things go sometimes. So this is the episode number 30 of the family drama. So principal character and he's what do you call it? He's common-law husband came here and picked up with Emily and Lacey to take them to the vacation thing, right? And that's what I was telling my husband. I knew what this is all about. They have not moved out, and it's been like going more than 2 years now. But somehow they have fun and going on vacation. It's like this is a fun and game. So I told David that, listen, we can't be having this. This is not a whorehouse. This is not a whorehouse, okay? It's not where people get to hang out. They need to move out. Now, this is my thing. It's not like they need to be here. They really like them. That's fine. But principal character, Jean, and her common-law, they have a massive mansion. There's plenty space over there. They can go live with them. That's where I'm at with this, okay? I'm like, should just go live there because I'm just not, maybe my husband has a higher tolerance of other people disrespecting him, but I have close to no tolerance for disrespect. I'm black. We already disrespected by virtue of being alive. We don't have to be like it, putting it on us 24/7. My thing is this, okay? They want to intervene on my husband's fucking family, and my husband's children are dogs. So there is no reason they should be here. If that's really nothing, they should just move in with them. And I hate to do it this way, but my patience ran out. The level of disrespect for my husband and for me is over the top. And I just don't feel I need to deal with people who have racist people who have no regard and respect for boundaries and decency and just common decency, I guess. I don't like it. So I'm like, I don't want to be distracted with drama, with family drama. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy my garden, do my garden, live my life really in peace. And I'm having to deal with my husband, something that's already been resolved. We give the girls a year for them to get their money and move out and have their own. But it's been more than 2 years. Emily just gave my husband like the third Father's Day, gift. So I'm measuring by how many gifts Father's Day that my husband been receiving from Emily. So it's the third one, right? I know the dates. But these people think that we're gonna be here, just have like the place that these kids gotta be forever. No, they can't be here. They are adults. They gotta move out. I'm like, you really love them? Have them in your fucking house. You really like them? Have them at your fucking house. I remember some years ago, my daughter Pilarina, when after she turned 18 and she went to, then felt like they didn't have to listen to me anymore, even though she was staying with me. And my mom, I think she was, there's really disturbing behaviors that people have. I don't know if they're trying to see if my own fucking kids need to have more affection for other human beings, my mom or anywhere, or more than me, right? Who trying to compete like that. But I don't treat people like property, right? So I let it be, okay? I didn't go along with the game, so I just supported the help that I thought Pilarina needed, that what was needed for her and nothing more. It's not because, because my whole thing is I just wanted her to do well, right? I wanted her to, go to college, graduate, do stuff like that. But it wasn't. But at the same time, rules had to be followed and stuff. Anyway, so my mom let her stay in her house instead of letting her respect me. So my mom let her house. Same thing here. These fucking kids, they don't want to listen to my husband, right? But they want to live here. No. Especially when they're trying to use them against us. They can go live over there. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. My husband tell you. No. They can go live over there. They do not. They don't decide in our life. Nobody is above my husband in his own house. Nobody. Not even me. I am the extension of my husband. I enforce my husband's rules. Okay? The rules that the people want to overlook and trying to, because my husband is obviously a nice guy. And now they can get away of running my husband because I enforce my husband's rules. No, out of this fucking house. I hate to do it this way, but when they come back, after they fucking came here and pick them up, as if they're fucking kids, they don't even drive themselves. They take off work just so they can go what? Gossip about us? No, not in this fucking house. You want to gossip? Look, my baby Yasmin and Pilarina and Isabella, they go vacation. Whatever they do in their home, they want to let me know. Hey, mom, I went to Santo Domingo or something. Oh, mom, I'm in France. Okay, fine. It's in your own house, not in here, right? Because you're not having fun, but you still living at home. That's fine. But in this house, you need to move out and then live your life how you see fit. Not in this house. I'm over it. I am so over it. I'm so annoying. I am so annoying that these people, they have no respect. They have no respect for my husband. They have no respect for me. They have no respect. This is not a whorehouse where you can just come in and out. This is not a whorehouse. This is not a pimp house. No, it's not. This is not where Henry and Jean can drive the little fucking car and pick up the real grown-ass adult grandchildren and whenever they feel like it. When Jean ignored my fucking text when I went to when she was in the hospital, right? That's now how deep-seated hateful you gotta be to ignore the wife or your son who was you in a hospital. Now, think about how deep-seated hateful racist you gotta be to do that, right? That's what we're talking about. And she has not apologized. Now, on Mother's Day, my husband wished her a happy Mother's Day because my husband is a good person and everything, right? And she trying to tell my husband something, trying to be fake like she is and say something about me and this and that. Because, hey, what is he gonna do? Because my husband is not gonna talk about it. How I was treated, how he treated his wife. My husband is not gonna talk about it. That's not how he rolls. He does not talk about it. He's not gonna complain. He said he's a macho. You don't complain. Anyway, he's not gonna say it. And I was just like, I know she's fake. I know she's fake. She doesn't waste me well. She does. Only thing she care about is literally Emily and Lacey, right? These her granddaughters. That's only fine. I'm glad that she cares about them, but she still have them in the house though. Have them at your house because I do not want them in the house. I want my privacy. I want to go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. I want to be able to do whatever, however I want to see fit in my house, feeling more comfortable instead, feeling consistently uncomfortable. And I have go along with this for very long time now. In fact, part of the reason they've been not been married for a very, very long time, the long relationship we have, is because the way his kids are, right? And I wanted to give my husband space to do his thing with his children, raise them the way they already wired, and that was it. That didn't mean that I have to deal with that for the rest of my life, or my husband had to deal with that for the rest of his life. If that was the case, that we want to have kids for eternity, we would have our own children. We could have children who are 10, 11 years old by now, right? But that's not what we did. We want to raise your kids and that's it. And especially when we have menaces. These people may have antagonized me, ostracized me, right? And I think that a lot of that has to do with my politics or something. But that's not my fault. I'm in U.S. This is the political landscape. I'm only describe what I see and how things pan out. Man, these people just piss me out. Y'all help me. Y'all said be nice to me. I'm just like, these white folk, good Lord. These white folk, good Lord. They're sneaky. They do shit to you, to annoy you, and they make you feel like you're the crazy one. It's crazy. That's why when I go to TikTok, some white women, they complain themselves. They're going to complain because the way some white folk operates, they're sneaky, they're conniving, to among themselves. It's not just how they do to people of color, they among themselves. Those are toxic. That's a toxic behavior. That's a toxic behavior. That's not cool. Anyway, I want a peace in my life. But all I want, Emily and Lacey move over there. From time to time, we see them. We hang out with them. Peace, no problem. Not when they're trying to do the little 3 triangle. It's like a triangle relationship here. It's like, why people with extra marital relationship, it's like you now have to maneuver two lives at the same time or some shit like that. That's how I feel like over there. Like that's like a 3 triangle shit. I don't want it. I want my monogamous and stuff, like my husband and I were talking about it on the trail today. We just want eventually when my kids start having kids, because my kids are old enough, or even these kids, we can see them, watch their kids from time to time. That's as much as we want to deal with kids. But somebody else's what we're not gonna do is do what they're doing, okay? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna intervene and trying to make life extra hard for the parents, right? I would never do that. I don't do it with my own family. The most I have done is when my sister-in-law disrespected my mom because my mom was watching the kids, my little nephews, and one of my nephews fell down. And because my little fell down, she snapped on my mom. She got mad at my mom. So I'm like, hey, you should be thankful that my mom was watching your fucking kids, right? But you're not, because, hey, my mom is a good mother and a good grandmother, and kids do fall from time to time. Hey, I'm not maybe a mystery to you, but that's what kids do. They do fall down. So the notion that you are going to disrespect my mom because the baby fell is a bit unfair. And listen, that's not how. And I snapped on her because I felt like that was out of place. And because I did that, and because my mom will commiserate with me with that situation. Because what she did is she went and called my brother, who was all the way in Afghanistan in the military and shit. And then he called my mom. He called my mom. So that's how my mom find out. The bitch was upset. So I addressed that, and then once that happened, she my brother again complained my mom, like, why she tell me? Because she knows I don't bite my tongue. And I'm going to tell people straight up when they cross the line, they cross the line. I thought that was a crossing the line. So she got my brother got mad at my mom for telling me, because my brother know how I am. Because, you know, I don't bite my tongue. And this is not, my family, the way with my husband family, way be dealing, it's the same way I deal with my family. No bias here. Principles are principles. I roll by principles here. And so that was the last time my mom tell me, and the most I have intervened in any other person relationship. It was not even in relation to me, but it was in relation to my mom. But obviously my mom felt like she commiserated, she didn't know what to do. So I knew what to do. I knew how to put her in her fucking place. Right? I put her in her fucking place. And the case of these people here, it was not their place. It was not their place. Nobody commiserated with them. The girls commiserated with them. But the bottom line is, the girls, if they're not happy living here, they just need to move. Right? Because they are adults. Right? They just, hey, we don't like it because our dad has a brownie in the house. Then pack your bag, move. Simple, right? But they need to come here when we put the rules in the house and then trying to intervene and trying to connive behind us and trying to make life even extra harder for us, right? And trying to, no, we're not having that no more. When Emily and Lacey come back, I'm going to ask them, hey, y'all need to pack your bags, move out. Either with your grandmother or whoever else, or your uncle or whoever else. But this house, we don't have space. No, we do not have space no more. You got to go. That's just how I'm going to deal with this situation. That way, I don't have to see Jean and Henry driving in a driveway, not saying hello to my motherfucking husband in his own house, to pick up his adult children who he still live in the house, who he want out of the house. So that's not how it's going to go. I don't know if people are going to think I'm out of my mind, or I don't know how people deal with this kind of situation. I feel like this is toxic situation. I know, you know, I know people what people prioritize in life in here. I see too many things that people, like, they put the relationship because they got a slave for their fucking kids and shit. I don't know what people do, but this is how I see it. This is totally out of line. Totally. I don't think this is ridiculous. I don't want to deal with it. I'm over it. That's it. Peace.